And we're live! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the red carpet for the Flash of Genius Final!
And the crowd goes wild, ladies and gentlemen. It is your movie guys, Paul Preston and Adam Witt here to guide you through this hour of telling you what the hell we're doing and maybe even why. But certainly to talk about why this has become what it is, which is not only just a fun spoof of the Schmoedown, but now also a fundraiser for the great Kevin Smets, who we all know and love in the Schmoedown.
And an excuse to use the word spoof. It's just not used nearly enough, is it?
It isn't. Back in the days of the Zucker brothers, they stopped making stuff. And then can you really call like Date Movie and Meet the Spartans a spoof? And spoof kind of elevated itself for me, and I don't know if we can do that anymore.
It's spoof-esque.
We're returning to the roots of spoof to bring you an entire movie trivia match about the 2008 movie with Greg Kinnear. This is Flash of Genius. Now, is this even a bad movie, Adam? Because I think we looked at it and it's like, it's not a great movie, but mostly it's a forgotten movie. Like, did they made this? And those are the kind we like to revisit.
We got a little obsessed with this movie and it became a recurring joke for a long time because there is a movie about the invention of intermittent windshield wipers, and I couldn't imagine what drama could be contained therein. And so we started joking about doing an exhibition match on something hyper specific. And it happened to be Flash of Genius, which is actually a great title for a trivia match, actually.
And so at the top of the chat throughout this entire stream, you'll be able to click on the premiere for this match. We know only so much about this streaming. We're giving it a shot, right?
Yeah. Welcome to Adam and Paul Figure Out Live streaming.
Yeah. So we're not even showing you the match here. Basically, at the top of the comments section, if you just scroll to the top, you'll see the link that'll send you to another YouTube page where at 6 p.m. the match will premiere. But until then, we're here on the red carpet. We're going to have some guests. And of course, throughout this, if you want to donate to Kevin Smets' GoFundMe page, that link is also at the top of the comments as well. You can go click on it, donate, come back here, tell us you did. We'll shout your name out and make a fuss. And lots of people have been giving. We just cracked $17,000. In fact, I'm going to tell you a quick story about this because it involves Kevin. A year ago when Karen was sick, I got a notice on my phone, and it was from Kevin Smets. Now, he and I haven't texted a ton, but it said, "Hey, Kevin," he said, "Hey, Paul, do you mind if I share your fundraiser with my fan page?" And I was like, "I have a fundraiser?" And I looked and it had $600, and like a week later, there were tens of thousands. So it was gratifying to know that I didn't have to think about going and starting a fundraising campaign, that instead just, it was there. And so I contacted Kaiser when Kevin put out the news that he had gotten stage 3 colorectal cancer. Do I have that right? I think I do. I think they have a diagnosis right. And I said, well, he shouldn't have to worry about this too. He's going to have things he's going to have to pay for. And I mistakenly thought, hey, when I get the bills, I'll figure out how much I need. And then I put together a campaign and try and get the money for it. No, someone said, don't do that. Instead, don't think. So we're happy to know that Kevin won't have to think about this. The money's just going to be there so he can get the best care he needs and not worry about the money. He'll have to, if he doesn't have to work, he's got the money to pay bills, et cetera, and right on down. So I'm happy to announce that today it's cracked $17,000. So, and it's been shared a bazillion times. So we know that the Schmoedown community is a great community that gets behind people like Kevin when he needs them, and he may not ask for the help. And you guys don't care. You're going to give it anyway. And that's testament that I've seen personally. Barbarian's seen it, and it's just just warms my heart to see that you guys are doing it again. And clearly it's gone beyond our community because the shares in this thing have exploded, and now all manner of people are giving. And kudos to everybody for doing that. So anyone who hasn't given, again, scroll to the top, look at that GoFundMe address, click on it, give, and we'll see how much we can pump it up today.
Right on, yes. And we have a star-studded bunch of people here to come celebrate the beginning of the finale of the Flash of Genius tournament. And should we start bringing some people in here, Paul?
The Flash of Genius tournament has captured America by storm. The brackets were, all over social media as people guessed who was going to win, and really how many questions could you generate from this movie. And it's been surprising, the answers to both. And it's now come down to Janine the Machine and Ken Knapsack both vying for the championship. The two people to come out of this as the potential winner of the whole thing. So yeah, let's talk to them.
And there was a lot of tournaments that they had to go through to get to the Flash of Genius tournament. They had the Ladder 49 tournament. There was the Prince of Persia tournament. I mean, these guys have been through a lot, and of course, everybody's been watching all of that, and it all leads down to this. So let's bring in two of our competitors, our two final competitors, to find out who knows the most about the 2008 Greg Kinnear movie about the invention of the intermittent windshield wipers, Flash of Genius. Please welcome Janine the Machine and Ken the Capacitor Knapsack.
Wow.
Well, Janine, we meet again. We meet again.
So this
It's going to be an honor to dance with you, but the dance is going to end for you tonight.
I don't think so. I mean, this ridiculous piece of movie deserves some respect, and I'm the woman to do that. So you're totally going down.
Okay, wait, I need to interrupt this banter to ask what everybody's wanting to know. Who are you wearing? Not you, Janine, Ken.
I am wearing Target Morona. This is the Morona brand, available for purchase about $18.87. We'll get you this jacket. The hat was a stolen item from a Collider sponsorship deal I took on my last day of employment there. And the glasses I've had, I think I got them at a garage sale for $1.50 and 98.
How much did you take from the offices of Collider?
I'm sitting on a chair that was once there. I'm pretty sure one of these microphones, it's what I do. I did it at my radio job too. My entire Who CD collection, from Who's Next to Live at Leeds, I took from the radio station.
And Janine, are you in a bathroom?
I am in a bathroom.
Okay. Let's
I like the acoustics.
talk to us about now the challenge of getting here. Janine, what has Kevin Smets been like as a manager?
He's been incredible, super supportive. It was rough getting here, and he just kept me positive. He kept me going. One of the best managers in the biz. I don't think I would have made it here without him.
I think so. That's true to his character. So then Ken is Kaiser's manager protocol guiding you to this match, true to his character.
Yeah, our first meeting was at a business office park called Odyssey out in Las Vegas. He had me meet him there. Their clothing policies were a little different and loose. But yeah, we met there, and then we've had several meetings at some airport blimpies. And he's always on the go. He's always on the go and drives a different car every time. Most of the time, no license plates. And I like that about him. It adds an energy and a momentum to what we're trying to do.
I believe the Airport Blimpies was the name of my college improv troupe as well. So that story has a lot of resonance for me.
Primary color T-shirts.
Well, before we get on to our other guests we have here, obviously the match between you two airs at the top of the hour. Last thoughts about what this means to you, how important it is. I mean, I think we all love Flash of Genius. So now you have the chance to show the world that you're not just most knowledgeable, perhaps the biggest fans. What has it meant to you? Let's start with Janine.
Well, this was an epic piece of cinema and a story that really needed to be told. And I have a lot of respect for that. I think it was very important to know a lot about this movie. I think Ken, he is just kind of a fool. So I really wanted to show that to the people, that this movie is great and Ken is kind of an idiot. So I think that's going to happen here.
And Janine, do you want to respond, Ken?
Look, first of all, she's not wrong. Janine's one of the smartest competitors I've ever gone up against. It still irks me a little bit. I've gone to her T-Public shop just to buy T-shirts to go burn them in my fire pit as some sort of protest against her work. But I'll tell you something. I'm ready for this. Not only am I a fan of Flash of Genius, I've worked hard with my knowledge and love of Greg Kinnear. I've written a book, hasn't come out yet, called Why We Should Still Love Mystery Men. I have definitely, I went to the fan leagues and competed in some Talk Soup Schmoedown time related. I know that's not officially
Talk Soup trivia.
Yeah. And I'm ready. And also for at least 2 years of my life, I had a Sabrina remake movie poster in my apartment wall hanging. So I'm ready for this. I'm ready to prove that my love of Greg Kinnear has led me to this moment.
Well, passion is there, but will the knowledge be there? That's the question, right, Adam?
Absolutely. And Janine, did you come from a love of cinema or auto parts to Flash of Genius?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Yeah.
Wiper is very important. The intermittent one, particularly, it's a classic.
I mean, I think everybody, when they turn 16 and they start driving a car and it starts raining just a little bit, you're like, man, it's really going to be obnoxious if I have two options here, on and off. And I think we all get that appreciation at that moment. And we're like, how did this get invented? I wish there was a story.
Yeah, you have other things to focus on when you're driving. You can't let the rain pull your focus into which mode of wiper you should be in at any given time when you could do it intermittently.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
what mode of wiper would you like? We offer you a choice. I think that was Ford's actual first advertising for it. Yeah.
Yeah. How much do you want on here? Yeah.
You guys have done a lot to get here. Congratulations on making it so far. Only one of you obviously will be the winner, but we applaud both of your efforts making it this far in the tournament.
I am happy to be here, but I'm here to win, and Janine's going to have to, understand that.
All right. Well, we'll see. It's going to be exciting.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. All right. It was lovely. I mean, you'd hardly guess they're about to engage in an incredible feat of combat.
I think that's what our show is, a feat of combat. Yes. You didn't oversell it there, Adam.
No.
It's going to be a feat of combat. All right, well, let's bring some folks. I totally forgot to ask them to give me their thoughts about Kevin Smets. This is going to be the Kevin Smets fact. I didn't get to that, but well, we can get someone else to talk about it.
We've got other people that'll probably give us a few good words about Kevin Smets. We got a lot of people coming up here.
Well, let's bring in somebody else who was probably came into the league right around the same he did. Now he's currently a teams champion with William Bibiani. We have Brendan the Kid Meyer waiting in the wings.
Hey.
Wow, all the way from Canada. Do I have that right?
I am actually in LA now, so unfortunately not quite as far. I'm not being beamed in, but yes. Actually, it's funny when you say that about Kevin, because one of the first interactions I think I had with him was he sent me a little Twitter going, "Hey, it's our rookie class. We're in the same rookie class. I love all the people coming into the league this year." So that was one of the connections. We came in the same year, I think, pretty much. He probably did his debut match like the week after mine or something like that.
Did you ever have a desire to do Inner Geekdom like Kevin?
No, I mean, those questions are just so deep cut, I mean, that's for the tournament here. I watched Flash of Genius 50 times, but for Inner Geekdom, I feel like, I can't devote that much time. No, it's amazing the stuff that Inner Geekdom they do. There's just so many films, and it's such a commitment. I remember once being at Kevin's house and seeing the stacks of cue cards that he had and the amount of work, and hearing about some of his study habits, and just like knowing how much work it takes that people like Kevin and Rachel and Mike put into sort of getting up there, and Chandra now, and Chance, I guess, now as well, who's playing it. It's just like, that's so much work. And I got enough time trying to make sure I at least know for the singles and teams, man. I'm still missing quite,
That's because that's every movie ever made.
Yeah.
Just doing this horror free-for-all, I was excited to I can just look at these little...
and you did great, Paul. You did great in the horror free-for-all. You've been there for a while.
Narrow piece of film history. But that's Inner Geekdom would be this many, and then you got to go off the screen to show singles and teams.
Yeah, because there is an official list. Well, I think with Inner Geekdom, what's tough is I always feel like in the Schmoedown, plot-specific questions are the stuff that I struggle with the most anyway, just because you never quite know what you're going to retain from the plot. It's like it feels like you can kind of remember a director and have a way back to it. And if it's just a movie you haven't seen in a long time, like 5 years, 6 years, you just might not know.
Yeah,
so
I think most
it requires that rigor of making sure you've seen them all recently. Within at least a couple of years, if not the year.
And by the way, you fought some of tonight's competitors. Some of the people we're talking to, they lost big matches against Ken and Janine. And I believe what was the match? Were you in a backdraft match with them? Oh no, believe it was Far and Away, right?
Far and Away, yes.
Tough match, very tough match, and I'm sorry, tough loss for you. But
I mean, it was a tough 5-pointer. I mean, how many steps did he take from his front door, to the patio. That was tough. Or well, not a
Right.
patio.
How many buffalo were in the running? Yeah.
Was there patios in the days of far away? I don't think so.
Oh, that's what they were trying to do. They're trying to settle the patios of the Midwest.
That was
A
what
lot of people don't know that the Midwest was nothing but patios, and that's what people were, staking claim to. That
was what lost me the match. How many patios are featured in the film Far and Away? I should have gone with my gut 0, but I overthought it and went with 15. So that was a tough blow.
Yeah. The great running of the patios, the great patio rush, the great Oklahoma patio rush was the big finale in that movie.
The patios were there. Then they just had to build the house next to it. If you could do that, you made it in early America.
Yeah. Sunrooms. That's in the whole Southwest. It was all sunrooms, and then they just built houses onto it.
Nice veranda.
Yeah. The great veranda rush.
Oh, here's a question that someone was wondering if you would be in the young Greg Kinnear adventures. Brendan, would you think you'd be well cast in that?
It's interesting. I don't want to say too much, about the young Greg Kinnear adventures. You just have to keep an eye on Deadline and see maybe if there's an update for that coming. I don't want to, I can't speak to that.
Oh, no.
I may have signed an NDA,
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't know this was going to be. We may have broken something here in his silence. So.
After I saw a certain Demi Moore and Michael Douglas movie, I signed a non-disclosure agreement, and true to form, I haven't watched that movie since.
We talked about it like the NDA said.
Well done. Yeah. We can talk about it.
Which is tough because we wanted to hold our next trivia match. We wanted it to be a disclosure match, but
Yeah.
Well, we shouldn't have put pen to paper.
Look, I'm just a big fan of virtual reality. That's all.
I think we're remembering that movie too much for it to actually make the cut as our next exhibition match.
You think Flash of Genius is more beloved?
It's like that thing where anyone posts that thread somewhere. What is the most forgettable blank of all time? And the answer is something that will never be listed in this thread, right? That's all it's what's the most forgettable, It's like, well, it's something that is genuinely gone from our memories.
Brendan, watching your losses in the tournament on the way to this finale, I'm surprised you came on here, but I'm glad you did to talk about your losing. It's brave, it's strong, and it shows your character.
It's always heartbreaking to lose, and I considered walking away from the Flash of Genius League altogether, but I still feel like despite the loss, I still know a lot about Flash of Genius, and there's always next year, there's the draft, and I just hope people keep an eye on me,
Yeah, listen, managers, take into account how people do here in the Flash of Genius tournament. And the other exhibitions that the movie guys put on.
That's true.
This could be crucial for the draft when people see.
It's true. It's true. And I didn't have all the strategy, but I think the raw knowledge of Flash of Genius is there. I just need to learn the game a little bit and, figure out how to use my my rules, my Greg Kinnear rules.
You have no historical context.
I believe those are the JTEs in this, the Alan Aldas.
Can I get an Alan Alda? Oh, we should have done that. Little Alan Aldas at the bottom. We went with JT. Next time, little Alan Aldas.
We'll learn.
And the challenge is Lauren Graham, right? An official. No, Lauren Graham. That is not.
Now, before we let you go, I want to find out who are you wearing tonight to the red carpet?
I am wearing Koss. There we go. There you go. Koss. Costco might be. Oh. I'm not gonna say.
Oh, that's the nickname for Bill Cosby was Cause. Is that a cause? No, that's a sweater.
Oh boy, I'm not touching that one.
If only he'd said that. If only he'd said that.
Good luck at the spectacular.
Yes.
Whoever you play.
Yeah,
and we appreciate you coming out here and.
Of course, guys. No, anything I can do. Like you're saying. Obviously, I think all of us are trying to send our positive vibes and our love to Kevin and our strength. And I think what's great about a fundraiser is then you can also send however much you can, kind of something tangible to him too, right? We can turn that love we have for Kevin into, like you guys said earlier, dollars that can help him, in whatever ways he needs. So I hope people donate and And
well, totally right. He's, in his in the texts we've shared, he's said that he's felt the love. So he's got that already en masse. And so every other way we're helping him monetarily is also good.
Yeah,
So.
of course.
And I noticed you gave, so good on you, Brendan.
I did give, yes, indeed. I did give, yes, absolutely.
Thank you so
And
much.
yeah.
All right, get out of here, kid.
All right, get out of here. Wow, so many celebrities. They're just backing up here. It's crazy.
So once again, if you're just joining us, if you scroll to the top of the comments, I think, is that true? If you weren't here when it was posted, you'll find where to go after this red carpet to watch the Flash of Genius finale match, and you'll also find the link to the Kevin Smets GoFundMe page, so you can go to both of those. Oh, and there they are.
Yeah.
Adam's putting them on the screen. How's that feel, Adam, being technologically savvy enough to put words on a scrreen?
This is great. I accidentally did it in the middle of one of the interview earlier. I accidentally did it. I was like, oh, how the hell's that work? Oh, okay. Now I know. By the way, this is in part Adam and Paul figure out live streaming. So there's that. Check this out, Paul. I can do it with anything. I can do it with any comment. Look at that. Look at that right there.
Oh.
All right. But we have a lot of celebrities who are coming down the carpet here. Let's not miss any.
Okay.
We want to make sure we get everybody here. Who's up next here,
Well,
Paul?
Do we have any of the dungeon members?
We
I'm not
do
sure
have
who
some
might have
dungeon
made there. I know
members.
Robert Parker was going to swing by. Gallego, perhaps.
Yes, we got who do we got here? Okay, here we go. We're going to bring in Mr. Robert Parker
Hello.
and Andres Gallegos.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hello,
Hey.
sir. We got some dungeon. We got Zipper. Are we bringing him on next though?
Yeah, he'll give me. There'll be a little
Okay.
IG roundtable. We'll bring.
Oh,
him in.
right. We're bringing in IG roundtable next.
But listen,
Okay.
stop everything. Robert Parker, who are you wearing?
The suit is Noah Baumbach, and the timepiece I bummed off of a well-dressed Canadian gentleman who I believe he walked by earlier, but didn't notice me take the timepiece off of him.
This is a good time to ask because I know a lot of people have said behind the scenes, and I'm sorry for talking out of school here. Are you a time traveler? There's a couple off elements where we're just not entirely sure. I have a feeling that do you belong to a different timeline? Come on, admit it tonight. Tonight would be a good time to admit it.
I'll say this: I have not seen the future,
Oh, okay.
so the past. There's ways. Dungeon HQ, we have some strange practices going on there. But I'm not. I think Kaiser might give the timepiece back if I disclose any more of his secrets. I've already said too much.
I've seen the past. Okay, I've done that. Nevertheless,
Remembering.
It sounds more like a special talent when you say it like that. Though.
Yeah.
You can say I'm old or I have seen the past.
I do remember things. That's
Imagine it. There was a time when TV went off.
when
and
was this?
Gallegos,
Can we bring it back?
Gallegos, you are wearing.
Oh, I'm wearing, I think I'm pronouncing it right, Hanes?
Hanes.
Hanes
hoodie. Hoodie? Is it Hanes hoodie? I love the hoodie.
Yeah,
from
hoodie.
The Hanes collection. It's very nice. Well, thank you for dressing up tonight.
Yeah,
Of course, dude.
tell us about sharing a faction with the great Kevin Smets.
Oh, dude. I mean, just the amount of times that we've had our interactions within, like, certain training sessions and stuff like that, even just offline where, we're just kind of talking to one another. Like, he's a one of a kind dude. And I actually remember being over at the Schmoedown studios, being there live for his first match. And that was just incredible in itself. And, turns out to be a really good dude. So, any way I can come out and support him and support just everything that you guys are doing right now, I'm first in line, guys.
Yeah,
Robert?
Smets is one of my best friends in this community. He's part of the reason that he's the first person really from the Schmoedown that I knew personally. He is just the most giving, gracious guy. We're sparring partners. He's a mentor to me. He is a trainer for me, and we are for each other. Just one of the best guys you'll ever meet. One of the most giving, just good people. He's just good people. And yeah, it is an honor to call him my friend, my brother, be on his team, on his faction, and anything and everything that I can do and that obviously the community can do, we are doing because we understand, how much this is it's going to take for him, and we all know that he can do it, and we're all behind him.
Yeah, and I just noticed that over on the GoFundMe, you and Ben Goddard gave today and pushed it over 17,000. So that's pretty.
That's
awesome.
great. That's awesome.
All right, what are you expecting from today's match? I mean, we've got Machine versus Knapsack, Flash of Genius.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I obviously lost to Janine on an Age of Innocence match, which was obviously just a tough break
Sorry
for
about
me.
that. Sorry about that.
It's it's okay. It happens. Big favorite for me. I remember seeing it in theaters, and just couldn't pull the assistant to Mr. Day Lewis. But I think Janine's got it in the bag. I would love to say that I lost to the eventual winner of the Flash of Genius tournament. I think that's a feather in my cap as well as hers.
Now, I think that's very upright of you, because a lot of people say, I want the person who beat me to get themselves, but to think that you got beat by the best
exactly
is a nod to the quality of person who beat you. So right on. What are you expecting there, Andres?
You're a big man.
Figuratively speaking.
Thank you. I lob him and you can knock him out. Thank you.
Kalego, what are you expecting?
Oh, dude, I'm expecting great things from this. I mean, having played with Janine in a couple of Video Chronic pop culture quizzes and all that other stuff, like, she's been a massive dominating force on that anytime she's appeared. So honestly, I'm expecting for her to kill it, and she's like, she never disappoints, and she always puts on a great show, and she can always throw you a little curveball right there, like especially with that match a couple of weeks back where she just pulled up, I think, what was it, Audrey Hepburn, like just like. Oof.
Yeah.
I've been studying film for years, and like literally I saw that and my jaw was on the floor. So I'm expecting great things from Janine. She's also great people as well too.
All right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, we need to get to the next group because we're just approaching a half hour until the big match.
Thank you for coming. Nice to see you guys, and thank you for all your support of Kevin Smets.
And in the dungeon.
Yeah. Representing the dungeon right there. And now we're going to have a little panel come up representing one of the great corners that Kevin Smets has come in and dominated in, which is the IG division. And in the words of Kevin Smets, bring me Kalinowski. And bring me the Barbarian.
Oh.
And bring me Eric Zipper.
Oh, hey guys.
There we go. There's an IG panel. Look at this star-studded event. Walking the red carpet. Barbarian, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing Elvis.
And okay, Mike, what are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
Mike, who are you wearing? Unmute.
Mike, are you muted?
What? Mike, unmute.
Classic Mike.
Oh, he's saying Vera Wang.
What's the universal? Okay, so we can dub it in. What I'm wearing now is a. What is the universal sign for you're muted?
If he can't hear himself, it's weird that you keep going on, right?
How about now? Better?
Hey!
There we go.
I can't figure this crap out, boys.
I feel bad. You came out of the gate there too.
I came in hot.
You came in hot.
That was good.
We're just gonna back that up. And ladies and gentlemen, in the words of Kevin Smets, bring me Kalinowski.
Oh, I remember those words distinctly from that boy. I remember him loud and clear.
That was a hell of a moment.
And I got his message loud and clear at that time. So, yeah. How are we, guys, gentlemen? With a fancy panel we got going on here.
Yeah, thanks for making it.
Yeah,
Who
guys.
are you wearing, Zipper?
Oh, I'm wearing a little-known designer known as James Howlett. Yeah, he's very sharp.
Yeah.
God, we're doing the dad puns now.
All right, so just make sure we're not all talking over each other. Let's go one by one. Kalinowski, of course, you and Smets, big matches.
Yes.
Your thoughts on playing against him? What you have to do to go up against him? What you see him play, etc.
Well, my thoughts are good going against him. Like, gosh, coming up that first time, he was the guy that could not be beaten. I was not in a very good spot. Just seeing him dominate like he was doing. So it was a very interesting, and You tell, he has nothing but respect, and I think that's one of the best things about Kevin is when he plays you, even though you're on opposite sides, and he wants that belt, and I want that belt. It's respect. It's so much from a place of respect. I know what he was putting into the game, and my victory when it came down to it that first time was, it was those emotions were real out there, and I think that's why. That match holds such a special place for me with Kevin, because it was real. It was real, and I know. Hey, and even though he had lost that first time, that was the fire that he needed, and came back and just destroyed me the next time around. So, win or lose, he's one of the best.
Yeah, you guys created some moments together that will not be forgotten in the Schmoedown.
Yeah, and that's the first thing he said to me. He reached out to me before he went public with everything, and Shannon and I, and said, "Hey, I want to let you guys know about this." And he wouldn't let us get down. Shannon and I think we're more down about it than him, and really just try not to. And he goes, "Nah, dude, you're not getting out of that rubber match. We got a third match coming, you and I. So don't even think anything about that." So I have no doubts. We're gonna beat this with him, and he's gonna beat it, and he'll be back there. And that means I've got to go start studying it back again to beat this guy.
Absolutely.
So love the guy.
I mean, that's a great thing about Kevin is I got a chance to witness in the dungeon for a few of our trivia matches, doing trivia nights with the dungeon crew, led by Kevin and his methods and everything. And it was like, it's like, that Paul and I did a season, just the two of us. But then once we were on factions and stuff, I started training with other people. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm seeing how incredibly seriously he takes it, which is what gives me so much hope that he just knows how to tackle a problem.
He does.
And
he does.
I mean, the guy goes to sleep with looping MP3 questions
no way.
With shorter and shorter pauses so that
They're
he
ridiculous.
can increase how quickly he can answer for speed round. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I have my methods. I'm sure everyone has their methods, but when I was talking to him about what he does, I'm like, okay, no, that's not going to work for me. That's insane.
But the intensity, going into this treatment and everything, with that sort of intensity, it's like that's rare. He's got rare intensity. So he's going to kick its ass.
Yeah.
Bring me the bell.
Zipper, you never played Smets, right? But did you pick up any of these training methods in the dungeon?
Oh, he is 100% the entire reason that I got serious about Inner Geekdom and wanted to be better at Inner Geekdom, and really dive in, and seeing the level to which he prepared is inspirational as hell. It's just, he's the best. Obviously I would love to never play against him because I'd be terrified. But having him in my corner, studying for that tournament and having him in my corner, there's nobody I would rather have in my corner. So now we all get to be in his corner, and
that's a good way to put it. I mean, going into that Star Wars match, being able to compete with, going 1-for-1 against Smets made me go, I think I could do this. Because it's a hell of a competitor. You're going 1-to-1 with Star Wars questions, he could do that. He could easily play in the Star Wars division. Yeah.
Smets from afar then. So what do you make of his play? What did you
And do you want to scoot closer?
And what's that?
And do you want to scoot closer?
You never want to be too close to a wild animal when he's fighting for his prey. So no, he's someone who look, when I entered this league, I checked out the competition to say, okay, where can I be? And I said all along, it's I can compete in the singles right away, but if I want to compete against these guys in Inner Geekdom, I need to do a hell of a lot of studying. And watching Kalinowski here, as well as Mr. Zipper, and but most importantly our good friend Smets, that just showed me the kind of work I would have to put in if I wanted to not embarrass myself in that division.
And now all you guys are out to get Chandru, right? He's then.
Oh yeah.
That's a given.
Targets.
That's
Targets.
a given.
You
Come
have been
on,
targeted.
Well, let's go to the match at hand. So, who do you guys got in Knapsack versus the Machine in the Flash of Genius finals?
I'd like to start myself here. I think that having played against Janine in the Bad Santa holiday match. With Smets tutoring her was, I just got embarrassed. And I think that she is 100% going to be taking this down. not we've heard a lot of names thrown around today about people in this movie, but I know Janine respects all of them, but is the most respectful of my good friend Mitch Pileggi, who she does us a good honor for in this film.
And let's not forget, Janine represents the faction Pileggi Nation.
Pileggi Nation, yeah, that is the faction.
Trying to win not only for herself, but for her faction,
Yeah.
Pileggi Nation.
Yeah, and of course, very, very hard fought on the other side from Harrison Ford, Lincoln Mercury. So, it's been a tough fight. I mean, those have been the two factions to speak of in Flash of Genius trivia the whole season.
Yeah, Zip, who do you got?
Well, I mean, obviously Janine is basically honorary Dungeon. Never bet against Janine. But after Ken knocked me out in the first round in that match against the Anthony Hopkins Ryan Gosling legal thriller Fracture, I just would never bet against him. I mean, obviously it's all luck of the wheel, and I spun the slice that was specifically about the middle 20 minutes of the movie, which I slept through.
Middle 20. That's the real slice.
Middle
20.
Spun middle 20.
Yeah. Right at the energy dip, it's brutal.
A lot of love for Janine here. Mike, who do you got?
Yeah, well, Ken being a former manager of mine, I know his skill set and whatnot. But I tell you, Janine and I, we had that tournament, the one-on-one 3 best of 3 match in the Ebony and Ivory tournament with Janine and I that were, films like Blackula and A Walk to Remember. With Janine and I testing our knowledge. White Chicks popped in there. Kentucky Fried Movie was in there.
Tough.
What else was in there? I mean, I know Shaft, and she didn't think I knew Shaft very well, and I don't know why she didn't think that.
And then you get
Shaft. That's in my wheelhouse. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Shaft. I thought I would trip her up with White Chicks. I didn't. But Janine holds her own. It's it went to the end there with that 5-pointer. But Don Knotts, who knew? I wasn't sure if it was going to go that way, and I didn't know. I mean, come on, who knows? Janine would know Don Knotts, and she did, and she pulled it. So just by the default of that, I'm going to root against her and go with Ken.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, now, see, you're doing a little different then.
Yeah, I'm going to throw caution to the wind there, my friends.
Yeah. Did I just see Shannon doing the laundry?
Shannon was doing laundry.
Human?
The queen was doing laundry.
The queen is human. All right.
Yes, indeed.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. If I don't get to this next guy, it's going to be our ass on the line as we bring in the dungeon manager. So thank you, IG Roundtable.
Gentlemen, have a good evening.
Good night. Well, we are about 20 minutes away from or less, actually, about 17 minutes away from our premiere of the Flash of Genius finals. It's been very exciting.
And as Adam is putting on the screen there, these are the links to go over and watch the match. We're savvy enough with a live thing, but we can't show our match right here in the same YouTube link we're on. So you got to go to another YouTube link to watch the match. That doesn't
work. And you can't click the screen either, so you have to go all the way to the top of the chats, and maybe I can copy that again and paste it down here. But maybe that'll be too much for me to handle looking around the screen here, Paul. By the way, I would like to say that as Paul and I are trying to figure this out, and we're like, all right, we'll post the thing, and that'll go live at 6, and we'll do this at 5, and and we're trying to figure all this out. It kept saying that I tried to post it for 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and it kept saying that it was going to go up at 5, and so I had to set it for 7 so that it goes up at 6. So my big question is YouTube on the same time as my microwave? Okay.
It's going through the grid. All right. Well.
Okay. So we will bring on the final statement here, the final word about Kevin Smets. And he has a lot of words. Here's a man with a lot of words. And tonight will give us the final word. Ladies and gentlemen, John Kaiser.
He looks muted. This will be fun.
He looks muted, so let's fill in his words. Hi, I'm John Kaiser.
He muted himself visually.
Oh, is this live?
You are live, sir.
For like people or
Schmoedown fans?
Oh, okay.
So look alive. Well, move around a little bit. This is like when they invented the film camera and people just stood still because they were used to photographs. But yeah, we're live.
Kaiser, who are you barely wearing?
I'm wearing. Oh, can you see this? I'm wearing Jordan.
Nice.
By Jordan.
Oh, so that's so you're a big fan of the steakhouse, right? So you did you buy that at the steakhouse? That looks like a steakhouse jacket if I've ever seen one.
No, when Michael finished his documentary, he sent this to me as a gift. He said, "Thanks for doing the interview. The director loved you. Let me send you some gear." So this was a gift from Michael.
Oh, okay.
Jordan, that is.
Exactly.
Not Jackson. He's not with us anymore.
Hey, let me ask you this: to prep, now you manage Kevin Smets, and he's at a belt. And tell us your management style with Kevin, and maybe did any of it translate over to managing Ken in this Flash of Genius tournament?
Well, I think I speak for the entire Schmoedown community when I say that Kevin Smets and Janine the Machine are the two most unlikable competitors in the entire league, bar none. Right?
There might
You've
be
been
some
to parties with
pushback
them, Paul.
from that.
You've been to parties with Kevin and Janine. They're boring. They're boring people. They harass the wait staff every time we eat at Denny's after the Schmoedown. So they're just bad humans.
This is a lot of negative comments coming out before this.
Witt, if they made a movie about Janine and Smets, it would probably be titled "Bad Humans." For 5 points.
I think they. It might be called. A triumphant work of staggering genius, maybe as well. There's a couple different possible words. You really think they're that bad? You really don't like them? This is tremendous.
You actually went to school, so you're just using fancy words right now. I don't know if you actually have a point.
I went to school and majored in fancy words.
Mm-hmm.
It made me more eloquent.
Oh, that's
I did get a message from Smets, who really wanted to be here tonight.
And what was that message?
Oh, you want to usually? Do you see how this works? I mean, you were Johnny Carson for Halloween. You think you might have learned something, like about how to try to keep a conversation going.
You good old bearded Johnny Carson.
Yeah. I mean, no, he did. No, truth is,
retired Johnny Carson.
He was Johnny Carson if he lived with Heisenberg in the woods. That was Witt's version of Johnny Carson. You know who Heisenberg is, right? The science teacher?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay. Do you want the message?
Do you insult your team players in the dungeon to victory?
Everybody except Zipper gets insulted in the dungeon.
I understand.
I try to insult Brittany Young, but that doesn't work ever. It's just too sweet. Brittany Young is like an Easter basket. Well, and of course I never insult Video Drew. I mean, she's my twin. Like Video Drew is like, if I feel like we were separated at birth, me and Drew. I feel like we were just sisters and brothers and whatever's in between.
Yeah, that's what this guy said over here.
Man,
Thanks so much for having us on. Sorry we're a little late. We got stuck in some of the traffic on the way over. It's a shit show in Hollywood right now. Up, Kaiser.
Well, that sucks. Well, let me give you the message that Smets wanted me to give you guys. He said, tell everybody this. And I remember it very vividly because he was yelling it. He said, Kaiser, you psycho, let me out of the car trunk right now. And then he yelled a little bit more. I slammed the hatch down. And then I heard him say thank you. It was muffled. Thank everybody for everything they're doing. I love you. I think he said, and then I walked away.
Yeah.
I got a picture of when we used to be friends. See that?
Oh, you look like friends there.
That's when me and Smets used to be friends.
You definitely don't look like two kids who have gotten detention together.
No, we lived in a dungeon. We ate saltine crackers, and we quizzed each other for about 39 hours a pop. I mean,
dungeon or dorm room.
Here's the thing: you could be fancy like Ben Bateman and train like a Navy SEAL, or you could be like Bibiani and actually watch movies. We have different methods.
Yeah,
but that was when
don't do that.
No, your method is just go into the red room and let it fly.
chaos, man.
I love
Just
your
chaos.
hoodie. Can I borrow it? Will it fit
Yeah,
me?
it's reversible. This is a reversible
Fucking
Nickelodeon
dope.
hoodie. Yeah. Well,
I love it. Did Coco Beware, the wrestler, give you that?
What? No, I bought
Coco
this
Beware?
on Poshmark to flip also on Poshmark. So yeah.
Shop smart. Shop Poshmark.
Smart. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
The only thing I've ever bought online was elk meat and tube socks.
Wait, elk meat? Like
Elk meat.
Oh, elk meat. You can
Yeah.
you can get that anywhere. Question: what is this movie?
Why?
That is an excellent question.
That is an excellent question. Drew, this is the 2008 drama with probably pretensions for some sort of awards for being a true story. A 2008 drama starring Greg Kinnear about the invention of the intermittent windshield wiper called Flash of Genius.
Oh, good. I really needed to know who invented that part of the windshield wiper that I hate, which is that it's intermittent. It used to drive me
So
crazy
you're
as
a two speeds type person. You know, you're bringing a lot of controversy here, Video Drew.
As a child on the school bus, that would drive me, I'm not sure if I can curse on this program, that would drive me ape poop. Like, I just went crazy watching that windshield wiper just not go in a consistent rhythm. This is true chaos theory.
Drew, you already said the traffic was a shit show. So
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, that's just the truth.
But listen, why you got to come on here and go badmouth in the intermittent wiper system? Huh? Kaiser's come on here and said nothing but really nice things about everyone. Then you got to get dampen the mood by crapping on the intermittent windshield wiper system.
You know what else dampened the mood? That intermittent windshield. When it only went intermittently instead of in a consistent rhythm.
Yeah, well, the rain dampens the mood consistently,
Yeah.
especially if your windshield wiper only has two speeds.
I was surprised that this was an actual movie. I thought this was Ben Godard's thesis film at Finger Lakes Community College. I didn't know that this was actually released, optioned, cast. I thought Godard decided, you know what,
Godard.
I thought he was sick of the Schmoedown. He goes, I'm going to film school. I'm gonna make a movie about them.
It's funny you say that. I took a Godard and Bertolucci film class in college at Oberlin. So
Big Bertolucci fan.
Yeah.
Well, Bertolucci brothers, they make really good salami. Right.
Kevin is texting in from the trunk.
Oh, what'd he say? Let me out. Let me out.
Off the corner of
Fountain and Highland. No, so he knows about the traffic.
So he's nearby, but he's in the trunk, obviously. So,
Yeah.
Well, at least he's safely in the trunk, away from the intermittent wiper system, which could annoy him potentially.
Well, here's the thing. I tried to put Janine in a trunk as well, but I firmly believe, and I know a lot of people want to call it conspiracy theory, but Janine is a cyborg.
Yes.
She gets her mail at Skynet, which never good if you have a pulse.
Yeah, especially because that's not a physical location.
And so she should be banned, suspended. I mean, from league play, exhibition. Probably, I don't even know what strings you pulled to get her in this match, quite frankly.
Chronic, how are our numbers?
Oh, is she playing Kevin Smets? Who's playing?
It's Janine.
Hey, I got a question for Nerd Chronic.
Versus,
after how many months does Christian Harloff let you sleep? Is he over under 2 or 3 months?
We haven't finished the season yet, so I'll tell you when that happens.
Yeah.
So it's over 2 months.
Yeah.
Then Harloff texts you. He says, "You can go to sleep now. Season's over."
Then I'm like, Eric, get up. Eric, we gotta do a quiz.
I'm gonna sign you. I'm gonna sign you next year, Eric, just so you can have union rights.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you two sharing that dum-dum sucker? Because you just truly do not give a fuck about COVID.
I would like a dum-dum sucker.
Look, when I came to LA in March for the free-for-all, in March 11th, and then my ass ended up here till November. We're in November. Now I live here. I think we're safe. We've been here. We've been cohabiting in place for however many months are now. And we're good.
You guys look safe.
Yeah.
Eric looks like a turtle who someone ripped the shell off and then threw him into the alley and said, "Fend for your own, kid. Fend for your own."
You look like you're hosting the Friday Night Videos circa 1987.
There we go. That's when they go, look what we got here.
That is a VJ setup right there. That is one VJ setup.
Eric, I miss you. Come home.
Look, man,
He is home.
I'm literally at my family's house.
No,
dog
come
sitting
home
right
to
now.
the dungeon. Come home. We miss
Come
you.
home.
Where have you been?
Come home, Jack.
There's no one's been in your room for 60 days. Like, it's not the same dungeon without you.
Look, I've
Is this
been
my
dog
house?
sitting one dog or another for months, man. Look,
Fuck your dog. Have the neighbor watch the dog.
Oh, you're talking the other one. Sorry.
I mean,
Swear.
Kaiser, this is what happens when you leave for 6 months to go shoot NASA in Las Vegas, whatever you were doing. People
First of all,
leave.
Barbarian, I've only ever said nice things about you, despite having the second worst manager in the league after Roxy. I've only said nice things about you.
Is that where we're at?
Now's not the time to get on my bad side.
I see. I'm
I
just pointing out.
believe that's incorrect. I believe the reason Kaiser had to go to Las Vegas was he was seeing visions of a man in denim in his dreams, telling him that he needs to go and be the faceless man in Vegas.
I've been seeing visions of Johanna. I've been seeing visions of Bob. All kinds of visions.
did you, Kaiser? Did you take advantage of the emptiness of Las Vegas to fulfill your lifelong dream of standing totally naked on top of Mandalay Bay?
You know, it's funny you say that, Zip. I did something that I did the last time I was in Vegas when it was alive, and then something I did when it was 28 days later. And you're halfway there, Zip. I went into the street naked and fought myself.
Nice.
Who won?
The other guy.
The law one.
Welcome to 2020.
The other guy won, Zip.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man.
Zip, did you welcome Craig, your new tag team partner, into the dungeon for the 2021 season? It's nice to see Craig here.
Oh, news for
We're
me.
just expanding.
Craig,
I
you got the paperwork we sent, right?
I thought Elvis was going to be my partner. I misunderstood.
Yeah, Elvis handles all the mail, so I'm not sure what's gone where, but this is I thought this was just for carpeting. I didn't know that we were going to talk business here.
No, it's also recruiting. This is kind of like when you go to a career fair.
Is Kaiser here? Then it's about recruiting.
Yeah, I just realized I'm here with like four
everyone
members.
knows Drew
members
is
of the
my
dungeon.
assistant manager. From the time I signed Drew, she's been my assistant manager. She's my side homie. We walk in like Greedo and Boba Fett.
Yeah. One time I
That's how it
touched
goes
Vinny's
down.
mic, and Christian had a conniption.
Can I ask a real question?
Like
since
Greedo and
nerds are-
Boba Fett. Spoken like a true Star Wars fan, frankly.
Can I ask a real question now that nerds are here? How in the fuck is the Mandalorian gonna break bread with sand people? Those dirty, disgusting, filthy fucks.
Whoa.
It's just fun to take him off the stream, right?
Am I not supposed to talk about that?
Well, first of all,
We don't call them sand people anymore. We call
What do you
them
call them?
Tusken Raiders.
they're Tusken Raiders.
I mean,
That's also their team mascot.
I feel
My
like
village, we
they're
call
just
them sand people.
Tuskens. I feel like it's a little inappropriate to call them Tusken Raiders. They're just the
You're
Tuskens.
exactly right. You're exactly right,
True.
Craig. They're not raiders. They're just they're Tuskens. Just like the Jawas aren't scavengers. They're
Let me
not
tell you
Jawa
something.
scavengers. They're just Jawas.
When I saw
Stop scavenging.
the sand people working with the resistance,
Oh my God, get 'em
man,
off.
I jumped out of bed like I won the lottery. I'm like, there is hope for mankind. There is hope for the universe. Sand people and people from Western TV shows in the 50s having meals together, hanging out. It's the best.
Yeah.
And that's the Flash of Genius exhibition pre-game, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, hold on though. Paul.
All right, Kaiser, one last word. We got to send everybody over to the other YouTube
I'd be
links.
remiss not to talk about my competitor, my horse in this race tonight.
Go ahead. We
Ken
got it.
Knapsack, the pit boss. Can I go full screen?
You can absolutely go full screen. Hold on, let's see.
Talk about Ken Knapsack for a minute.
I can figure this out.
Pit
Now you got
boss.
45 seconds.
Well,
There we go.
here's what I'd like to say. Ken Knapsack is the type of player that the dungeon tries to recruit every season. He's a brilliant, world-renowned author. He a master shoplifter. I've seen his work in many strip malls in the Orlando area, and he generally just has a horseshit attitude towards life. These are the kinds of people I like to bring into my family, and that's why he's going to whoop on the Smash Machine tonight. Now, before I go, I got one product to promote. Dungeon juice. When whiskey just doesn't cut it anymore, reach for a dungeon juice.
Thanks, Kaiser. And I'm being
Enjoy
told from
the
YouTube-
game.
Thank you. And we got 3 minutes for everyone to get over there. So if you scroll to the top of the comments, you'll see the link. It says after the red carpet, head on over to the premiere, and there's a YouTube link there. I don't know if we can share it. We can't leave comments in the comments, can we, Adam? I can't, at least. Can you?
No, I can leave comments in the
All
comments.
right, you can repost that if you want.
Well, I got to copy it.
You copy it from your text. I don't know.
All right, hold on.
Or from the top.
I'm gonna juggle. No, you can't do that. That's what I've tried.
Oh, I did that, but I can't post.
Did you?
I don't know how
Okay,
to post.
hold on. I got it right here. I'm juggling a lot of stuff. This is great. I feel like I'm. This is. We're getting some stuff done here. Let's see if this works.
2 minutes to the premiere.
All right, here we go. Flash of Genius in 2 minutes, folks. So here's a hot link. Thanks to everybody for joining us on the red carpet. This is fantastic.
Yes, and don't forget, go to the link now to watch Flash of Genius. Go to the GoFundMe to help Kevin Smets, and go to the other GoFundMe to help get Nerd Chronic an assistant editor. That'll be up there.
All right, thank you. From the red carpet, I have been Adam Witt.
I have been Paul Preston.
Good night, folks.